Okay. Um, Crap. I forgot to get my stream up. Sorry about that. Probably gonna hear doubles. Okay. Crap. I forgot to All right. Anyway, Game Cookie US Rocks VR here. Just checking out the Steam survey. Um, I'm also uploading a video here, so I hope that doesn't interrupt the stream, but it shouldn't. Put on some music in the background. So I was looking at the Steam survey, and it's April 2nd right now. So this says March 23rd, 2023. So I don't know if that included, if that includes any statistics from like April, because they just asked me to do the survey again. So let me just zoom in so you can see these statistics better. So we have video card usage by manufacturer. Nvidia's got 82.63%, killing it. AMD's got almost 11. Intel has 6, so that's probably a lot of integrated graphics. Other, not sure what that would be. AMD's got 25% of Steam users, and Intel's got 74%. So this goes to show you that people like Nvidia GPUs who even like AMD chips. Or it's probably that they have maybe a laptop or maybe a pre-built system, where it just came with a Nvidia card. Number of CPUs, well, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. 4 core seems to be the most popular at 23%. Oh no, 6 core is the most popular at 42%. If you can see that. I can probably make this a little bigger, but it's going to take up like the whole screen. Yeah, it's barely fitting in here. All right, my upload is finished, so I can close this now and watch the stream. So it looks like you can see. VR headsets, not really. Doesn't really matter there. This is what we want to see though. So there was an increase in the survey members of plus 4% for 16 gigs of system RAM. Intel CPU speeds between 2.7 and 2.99 went up almost 12%. I'm guessing that's probably laptops, just because of the minimum speed of these CPUs. Now there are some F chips that Intel makes that actually, it says that they started at 2.7 or 2.9 and they might boost up to like 4.7. So it could be desktop too. 6 core CPUs plus 12%. And look at this. Nvidia GeForce RTX 3060 plus 6.23%. Look at that. So It's funny, like monitor 1080p and ultra wide 1080 went down, but they don't have any stats for 4K or 1440, which is kind of weird. Wow, look at simplified Chinese users went up 25%. So there's a lot more, at least Chinese speaking people on Steam in March. That's a lot. That's a big jump. And I noticed that too on the like a lot of the discussions. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Hawk? So I noticed on a lot of the discussions that there's people going, add Chinese language, add Chinese language. So I guess that's why. Yeah, so let's just break this down a little bit. Um, Hope you've been doing okay, Hawk. Thanks for stopping by. So I don't know if it breaks down actual CPUs here. Well, this is Intel, right? So that's what they're showing. So it looks like 3 gigahertz to 3.29 went up 1%, but this is the big one here. So Intel has increased. Now this, I like this Nvidia. Look at this Nvidia. Look at this. Look at this. Almost the whole page on this, like the whole, one monitor screen view is all Nvidia. Is that nuts? So RTX 3060 is back on top at 10.44%. Now, now my reason for thinking that the 1050 or 1650 last time was showing at the top was because everybody doesn't do these surveys all the time. Like if it pops up like every month or whenever whenever you like, I don't know, it seems like whenever I like reinstall Steam on a new computer or the same computer, it asks me to survey again. So I could uninstall Steam, reinstall it 3 times a month, and it would probably ask me to do the survey each time I reinstalled. But I didn't get the survey on my laptop yet, or this computer or that computer yet. So, but 10% is pretty good. That's about where it should be, I think, because there's a lot of laptops with 3060s in them. So the 2060 is second. Now I wanted to go down and look at some of these other ones here, right? So, like you see this RTX 3060 laptop, that went down, right? So, and it really didn't go down. It just means that there's more people that did something else. You know what I mean? Like, the same people are playing on Steam, so it didn't go down. It's just, that's why numbers are kind of precarious sometimes, because it's like, you can play with the numbers and make things look the way that you want them to. So, somebody could look at this thing and go, look, see, there's less RTX 3060 laptop users, but that's not what that means. You know what I mean? It just means it's when you're comparing who did the survey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my 4090 on, and that's what I use on Steam. It's never, if I don't take the survey next month, it doesn't mean that I'm not playing, you know? So, um, which is obvious, right? I'm not a genius there. But some people might look at this and go, "Oh, look, AMD's like killing Nvidia," but that's not really necessarily what it means. But this is overwhelmingly, you can't see my finger, but this whole thing here is overwhelmingly like data that says more people are using Nvidia cards. Because like if you just look at this little section here, you can go, what do you got? 25%, and I'm just rounding. 35%, 45%, 50%, 52%, Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 60%. So just, or that's AMD. But even so, you have a lot of points. So just in this right here covers 60% of the people that did the survey. So anybody who says that nobody likes buying Nvidia cards, now obviously Steam doesn't represent the whole world, right? But you know, I mean, there's 150 million users on Steam. You know, I'm looking at the screen over there because I want to see what people are saying. Yeah, so overwhelmingly green, right? But you know, AMD's got something. Look at integrated graphics. Look, Intel Iris. And the sad part is look at this right here. And then look at where AMD is down here. Look, AMD integrated graphics is beating the 6700, the 6600 XT, the 6600, the RX 550. I think the 580 was up there somewhere. 570. Or, yeah. Where is it? What else we got? 5500 XT, 5600 XT. And then it just says other. So I'm not sure what other is. But on here, it doesn't look like... I don't see the 7900 XT or the 7900 XTX unless I missed it. Okay, so that tells you something else, right? So people are saying that. So my question is what people are buying the 7900 XTX and XT if they're not Steam users? Who? I would say competitive gamers, maybe. I mean, but really, are you really going to buy a 7900 XTX for $1,000 just to play Call of Duty? I mean, I don't understand that, like that whole argument. Oh, buy a 7900 XTX if you want to, you know, have higher frame rates, you know, then why would you spend $1,000 just to play a competitive game? I mean, you could really just buy like a 6900 XT. Well, that's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking the same thing. It's something other than gaming, you know? Or at least it might be mining plus something else, but yeah, and this is the thing that kills me. And I really wanted to do a whole separate thing on this. Everybody's like making fun of Nvidia because, you know, they only got 8 gigs of RAM on them, right? From last generation, like the RTX 3070, 3070 Ti, the 3080, you know, with the 10 gigs or whatever. And then they were making fun of like the bus speeds for this generation, right? Well, everybody was whining and crying during the pandemic that they can't buy a card, right? And that they were so expensive, and then miners were the blame. But here AMD was selling the 6900 to 6800 with 16 gigs of RAM, I guess. Is that right? Am I right about that? 16 gigs of RAM. And they were all being used for mining. Not everyone, but you know, there was quite a few that got sucked up for mining. Now, Nvidia, the reason why I think that they did the bus speed thing was because of the mining issue. But I can't prove that. Because miners don't want like small buses, right? They want the larger buses, right? And of course more VRAM. So here AMD does the same exact thing they did last time, right? Puts more VRAM on the cards, which people are arguing for them that, well, you need that for gaming, but that's not what people are using them for. Like what you pointed out, Hawk. You're right on the money. Is people are buying them up and they're mining with them. Everybody thinks mining is dead. It's not dead. You know what I mean? It's just that, Bitcoin and the other one is just not like, oh, it's 60,000 right now, we're all rich, you know? Um, but they're still mining other coins, you're still making money. Um, so what else do we have here? So we got the 2060, the 1060, the 3070, 3060 Ti. So that's what, 24, 25%? So that's like 35% right there, just in those five. You got the 3060 laptop here at 3%. 3080 is still at 2%. 1660 Super. Yeah, so really all that matters is anything that's above 1%. Under that it's like a very small number. And of course, this is only people who did the survey, so I don't even know if it tells you how many people did the survey. Like, that would help. Do they even tell you that? Look at Oculus Quest 2. 44%. Wow. They don't even have the Vive on here anymore. I thought this was kind of weird too. This resolution thing. It says 64% use 1080p, and then it says 65% use ultra wide 1080p. So I'm not understanding these numbers right here. So is this an increase in percentage? I thought this was the increase and decrease here. Huh. Or maybe, okay, I think I kind of get it now. Oh, okay. There you go. That makes sense now. I forgot you could do that. Okay, so here's what I was wondering, the 1440p. So the 1440p increased by 8%. So that's a pretty big jump. So that's right in line with, the increases in the video cards too. Because, 3060 you can do 1440p. 3060 Ti you can do 1440p, 3070. But of course I'm guessing these 3080s, 3070 Ti's are all at 1440. 2080 Super. 3070 laptop. But yeah, I don't see one 7900 XTX or XT on there. Which again is probably under other. The percentage is so small probably that they couldn't even include it. Yeah, so 1080p takes up 64% and 1440 takes 20%. Let's check out ultra wide. What we got here? 3840 by 1080. Out of these oddball ultra wides, that's 65%. I hate that resolution. 3840 by 1080, that is like, yuck. I don't like it. I gotta have this at least 1440p. Like, I saw this before, this resolution, and it's just, ugh, I don't like it. Now when you start getting up to like this, 5120 by 1440, that's a little better. But of course that's a lot more expensive. How come they don't have the other 1440p? Oh, there's some people that got 7680 by 2160. Hey, what's up, Hunter Gaming? How's it going, man? This is a pretty crazy one here. 5760 by 2160. 5120 by 2880. That's not bad. But these are all weird. Like 4480 by 1440. I'm like, where do you get that resolution from? Yeah. Yeah, these are cheap. That's why people buy these. This 3840 by 1080. They're fairly cheap ultra wide screens. Well, yeah, anyway. I just was intrigued by this, the 3060 is back on top. Nvidia taking 85%. Well, more than 85%. They have more than, what does it say up here? Right here, 82%. 82.63%. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, that's true. People can use ultra wide for competitive. That does give you a little bit of an edge. Gives you a little more FOV for sure. I can see how that would work. Yeah, so Intel still got 74%. Nvidia still got 82%. People are still, let's see, Windows 10. Yeah, people still are, in fact, Windows 10 went up 11%. They probably bought like last year's laptops, or bought some old pre-builts maybe. Windows 11 went down, so maybe people uninstall Windows 11. It is a little bit of a pain when you first get into it, you know what I mean? It is kind of a pain, for sure. Alright, well, that's all I got to say. You know? Nvidia, man. People can talk trash about them all day long, but they are still the top doggy. Anyway, anybody feel like talking? I got time. Discord. Bye, friends. I'm gonna cut this off now.